Welcome to another episode of Molybdenum Software Show, where everything is made up and the points don't matter.
Awesome.
Rob gets a point and Roland gets a point.
Roland, where are you located?
I'm located in Germany.
In Germany. Okay, cool. Nice. Yeah, I'm in the US. It's a little early, but this is well worth it.
Yeah, I mean that's the issue with time zones, like Thailand, US, Germany, is like pretty much the whole globe. At least we
Yeah.
don't have anyone in New Zealand.
Yeah, that'd be a little tricky, right?
We have two R's here.
Mm-hmm.
Two ROs here. So we'll do the nicknames. So we'll have Roland, your mod prog, and Rob, your sarcastic admin. So just for my
Okay.
keeping for the rotation. And Roland, take command.
Rob, take the helm.
All right. Taking the helm.
I have no idea where we're at right now. So
Yeah, I guess that's the one question. Let me just get my screen up here.
Yes, with this platform, you have to share screen and then unshare screen so that the next person could.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Yeah. Okay. Does that look? You guys can see that okay? Or
Is the layout changed? Do you guys see us at the bottom?
yeah.
That's
sorry.
different.
Mine's on the side, but I'm not familiar. I haven't used this before.
Maybe
so.
It depends on the screen size and stuff like that.
Oh shoot! I can't see well this way.
My screen is like a ultra wide, so that's probably what's throwing it off. I don't know if maybe there's a way to like cut it in half or something.
There's I can't do squat. The only thing I can think of is that we turn our cameras off. See what happens if I.
If you want, I can just switch over to another monitor. That's not this.
Or you just like pop out you do picture in picture, and then you can resize
let's try that real quick.
Wait, that's not for.
No, that's not you. That'd be us. Like you share your screen, and we could like do picture in picture, and then we can like resize the screen however you like.
Okay.
The only issue is that we have to do that every time someone. I mean, you could also just.
It has full screen.
Yeah, it also has full screen.
Okay, now it's good. Okay, cool. But I bet it's not good for viewers.
I have no idea how what this outputs.
Right. If it's different for each of us, how do we even know what it looks like? Well, I think it's just record. Okay, so that's in the editing. I can probably do whatever I choose in the editing. Okay, we'll try.
All right.
There's a branch called what's it called? Poem. It's a API framework.
Okay.
API framework.
And is it? I mean, we're talking about Nix packages right now, or where are we going?
It's the PR tracker. You have permissions for it?
I'm not sure.
It's github.com, molybdenumsoftware.
Okay. Hold on.
I'll invite you. Sarcastic admin.
Did I get that right? Hold on. Oh, forgot a B.
Don't share private things.
Oh, yeah. I could, let me just I'll kill that whole screen. Wasn't too much in there, just, random meetings.
Do you have
Thanks
another
for a
screen?
heads up. What's up?
Do you have two screens?
I don't, unfortunately, for the moment. I could set one up.
So
Here,
go to molybdenum.
I'll temporarily not share just in case anything else pops up. But I'm here. And then PR tracker. Got it.
You should have an invitation to the org.
Okay. Yeah, let me bring that up. Let's see.
Roland, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. I just switched I used my USB switcher, and my camera is on that same thing because I needed to do something on another PC. I need to find a better solution for that at some point. But yeah.
So it does not reinitiate?
No, I'm still clicking something on the other PC, so that's fine. Yeah.
All right, so I'm there now, and let me just clone PR tracker.
Share screen as soon as you...
Yeah, I think we're good now. Hold on. Last thing, I'm gonna stop share real quick. I was gonna kick off. There we go.
Yeah, that is strange. I can't change anything camera. Like I switched back, so the camera should be there again, but I can't switch anything camera related during a recording. So.
Okay.
Doesn't seem to help. I don't know.
So you mentioned, Don, we're on the poem branch, mob poem.
Yes.
Okay. I'm assuming there's a Nick shell.
Switch to poem.
Okay.
And then issue a mob start.
Okay.
Not to mob poem, to poem.
Oh, just okay. Where's the main? Where are we? Okay. Poem. Should I set up an nvarc or yeah, just to throw me in the default. Is there a default shell here?
Yeah, there's everything. This Flake has everything, so you can do .nvarc.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Let's do that. I use Flake.
You should probably also add to the .nvarc our mob timer.
Oh yeah, that's a good call. I'll let that finish real quick.
Find what it is. It's Big Pike 71.
Big pipe?
Pike.
Oh, big pike. Okay.
I might be looking into setting up a PC with Nix again. I need to set up I need to clean install my laptop. And I am kind of considering if I should go for NixOS.
Well,
What do you run now?
where to get help.
I'm currently running Arch on all my devices.
Gotcha.
But the encryption setup on my laptop is kind of bogged, and I was like, okay, might as well set up, do a full reinstall there, and yeah.
I'd love to help you figure that out on NixOS.
Yeah, I'll come back on that if I decide to do NixOS and run into any issues. I really like the idea of NixOS. It's just the language itself.
We have pipe operators now. Does that make you feel better?
Likely. I wish I could write my PC config in Rust and recompile it to get an update. But that's a different kind of OS.
What's the
Mob timer room.
Timer room like that?
Yes, equals big hyphen pike.
Big pike 71.
71.
Okay.
Yes. Cool.
All right, I'm in. I'm ready to go.
Issue a mob T open.
To open, please use. Did I not?
Huh.
Do I need to export?
Yes. Sorry.
Okay. I couldn't remember if I needed to do that or not. All right, there we go. Just kidding. Hey, okay. There we go. And then mob start.
Mob T. Let's say 7.
Yeah.
7.
Sounds good.
Roland, I'm happy you showed up because last time Jeremy and I, well, in general, but especially since last time Jeremy and I, we were working on this migration from Rocket to Poem.
Right.
And we have a struct, I think it's called test context. And that is that has to change because something in Poem is generic, and I couldn't figure out how to avoid making the test context concrete. I wanted to avoid making it concrete because it's verbose.
Right.
Nested.
I mean, we can have a look at that. It's great how you're able to always choose like web frameworks that I've never worked with in Rust. Like
You're welcome.
It's a special skill.
yeah, I feel like I've come around a bit, Actix, Axum, and some others. Never done anything with Poem before.
It's probably in a file called test context or something, or test util, perhaps.
Test util creates
API, yes.
Creates API test util.
Looks like it.
Okay. Nope. Creates API test util.
I don't think I've seen module naming with keyword case before.
What branch are you on? Do a mob start.
Oh. Mob start. Oh shit. This is me. Hold on. Okay. That look better?
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
If you don't have Rust in your editor, then we're going to probably need a split window with terminal with
Okay.
frequent execution of cargo tests or something.
Cargo check or cargo. Yeah, cargo check. Or if we want to check the tests, right?
So this cargo
Right.
check, you said?
Yeah, cargo check, I think you'd need to add the all targets flag, perhaps.
Cargo check tests
Check tests.
with yeah. No, with the 2 dashes in front as an option.
Oh, okay.
As a flag.
That.
Because otherwise cargo check will only compile the main target. So
Oh, okay. Good to know.
we'll ignore the test stuff.
It's been a while since I've used a editor without Rust Analyzer. Let's see how
Alright,
that
so we
works
got
out.
some nice arrows here.
Okay.
Yes. The challenge here is that we don't get the errors that we care about. We get all of them.
Right, but if you
Just scroll up.
I mean, you could also fix those errors first. Like we need to fix those anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It's like seem to resize a little better.
Works for me.
So so it's just a few imports to be able to use boxed on futures.
Do you want to start in creates API tests.testrs? Or
Yeah.
okay.
That should, because that's a quick fix.
Yeah. Creates API.
You should be able to switch the files at the editor as well.
Yeah. Okay, so just to kind of just put it like a line 6, use futures. Or
I wonder why it's not here.
Because you're using Rocket Futures FutureX, and you're not depending on Rocket anymore.
We don't even have the dependency. That should fail.
Yeah, it probably also failed, but not this error message. So probably just remove the Rocket :
Okay.
and so that we just have futures.
Oh, that's fair. All right. Let's keep going, I guess. Let's see. So this was. So that was. So this is the last one we just fixed. Okay, so
Yeah, and just run it again.
Okay.
There's one nice tool to do this, which is called Cargo Watch.
Cargo Watch.
But yeah, if you don't have that, just manually running that works just as well.
Should we rotate?
Now we're in test util. All right, we can rotate.
Okay. Mob next. Right, mob next, Don? I'm a little rusty.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Mob next.
All right, so taking the helm. Don, would you mind?
Yes. Please unshare the screen.
Yeah, I'm unsharing.
Well done. Many clicks, but we get there.
All right.
Starting. I'm going to test util.
Okay. Oh, I see what you mean. That's pretty cool.
So I will demonstrate the problem here.
Yeah.
This is the struct in question. Test context. This generic E is an attempt. This was the type of this field was some rocket struct, and now it's some poem struct, which is generic. The rocket struct was not generic, I believe.
Right. And what is the generic for?
It's an endpoint. Something that E.
Right. So you tell it which endpoint to do the test client for.
Yes. Or maybe it's
makes sense.
Maybe it's test client of E, and then yeah.
Yeah. So you say, okay, I want to test that endpoint. I'm going to create a test client for that endpoint.
Right. But it's not working for us to do this.
Right. So where does it fail?
Where does it fail?
What are you trying to do, and
here's the
how does it fail?
test context.
Yeah.
And there's a with fob async fn here.
Right.
That takes a test, which currently is completely broken because T doesn't exist.
Yeah.
But it's not meant to be T. It's meant to be. What is it meant to be? It's meant to be F. This fn once.
Right. So it's F.
And then it calls db context with, which is static method on db context.
Yeah.
And it passes this closure that db context with expects. We get the db context in that closure, and then I think we return an box local async block. There's no box local here, so maybe we should fix that easily. With which trait is that? Maybe it will tell me. import traits for method by alias. What is by alias? This one, future X.
Future. Right.
Okay. And then here is the test function f, and passing refmute this. That's what fails. This is a mismatch type, expected mutable reference, refmute, test util, test context.
Right. So where do you create? Can we go where you create this?
Where you create this
Like,
this
right,
test
so you do
context,
test context API client.
and this is the field in which there's the problem. It's a test
Right.
client of impl endpoint, and impl endpoint is from here. This is an impl test client of impl endpoint.
Right. So at the top, you're saying that someone can restrict what kind of E I want to do.
What stop?
So I think what you need to like this is just a guess.
Mm-hmm.
Go up to the line 15 and add a new generic there in the for. I don't know, double E or something like that. It's temporary. We can like figure out naming later. And now use that inside the FN once.
As
Yeah.
instead of this.
Yeah.
Instead of that test context.
Yes.
Ooh.
So now what is the error we're getting for E?
Only
we can't do that. Only lifetime parameters can be used in this context. Can we look at that issue?
for.
Maybe there's. So I thought you could do for. Is for only for lifetimes? I thought you could do for generics. Or is that because
I've
I
never
did
seen
something
it for
right?
anything other than lifetimes. That's what the keyword is for. For keyword is used in many syntactic locations. Well, this one, not another one. Here, it's also used for higher rank trait bounds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's not yet supported to use it to do generics.
I don't suppose there's another place to add that. Maybe just here.
Right, but the issue is if we put it up, can we? Right, I mean, try that, but I don't think it works.
I don't even understand what.
Well, the difference is that if we put it in the for, it's like for any lifetime, like you can't specify that lifetime, and you wouldn't be able to specify that generic. So you're like, okay, this must accept anything that implements that is this generic. Currently, you can specify, well, I have a function that only takes this specific generic, and then try to do all of that. So the alternative will also be to just box it. Just do, okay, this accepts a box of dyn.
Endpoint is not object safe.
Endpoint is not object safe. Okay.
Let's rotate. Don, could you take
Next
take command?
All right, I'll
roll and take that.
my green. All right, mock start 7. I'm on the wrong branch. What we're on? Poem?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes. We could solve this problem by using the concrete and like come back to it later after we successfully are using poem.
Yeah, I mean we could use the concrete endpoint. Where is my rates?
API
test util. Right, because and what we can do, I think you probably tried that. Like that is not a thing you can do, right?
It's not a thing yet.
Yeah.
Not in this context. Right?
I expected so.
Are we waiting for it to compute?
Yeah, it's probably, yeah, okay. That's something.
Import trait is not allowed in the parameters of fn trait bounds.
Yeah.
Rust, terribly useful, and yet the missing features hurt. They hurt.
They do. Yeah, I don't see a
Let's do
direct
concrete.
way. Yeah, let's do concrete for now and then figure that out later.
Try to figure out what that is. Do unit, and then maybe we'll get a mismatch.
Unlock that here. Right. We need to move this on the function. And we can only have one.
Is that where it was?
All right. Why is it not formatting? Oh, that's because, right, because nix.
You reopening the editor from within the shell? Or?
I did open the editor in the shell.
I don't remember why your formatter doesn't work in Nix.
Well, because I'm probably trying to use Rust format. No, that should, I don't know. I'd have to look at the logs. Try to do that. So,
that's
right,
where it
so
fails. Here you get an impl. So new needs to return not an impl.
No, this needs to not be an impl endpoint.
Oh, app.
Right, so this is what you didn't want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Which is understandable. There's no boxed endpoint, something like that, or an object safe endpoint?
Did not check. Is it timer running?
It should. Didn't I start the timer? Apparently I did not. Big Pack 71, didn't I do more?
T.
Yep. Or something like that. Yeah, no, it's okay. I thought I was wrap the endpoint in a box.
Nice. This is the solution.
So this makes our life a whole lot easier. let's go back here. So if we just do box.
Well, isn't this like? I mean, it's not too late, but it could be boxed earlier, like the app. The app could return a
what
box.
does that need to do? Suggest. I mean, that is also a pretty verbose.
What's this? It's an alias. We have an alias, right? What is that? Box endpoints, probably an alias. We can use that.
Type box endpoint t equals response. So I can do box endpoint.
Yeah, with the default. T has a default.
Oh, right.
Lifetime.
And the lifetime we have. Well, currently not exactly.
It's not quite enough. We need oh. Wait, what? Why?
Construct test client boxed in poem endpoint in endpoint output poem end. So the box, well, that's the so the input poem endpoint as poem endpoint output to poem response is the issue. So maybe,
I'm sorry,
yeah,
I'm
maybe
finding
you are
it
right.
a little bit difficult to read when it's aligned to the right.
Yeah, I don't know why that's like kind of annoying thing.
But you can also show it in line, right?
No, Helix doesn't have that yet. So let's return like you suggested. Let's do box endpoint here.
Oh, because this was still in. No, that was. I don't understand what's the difference.
So we don't box here.
It doesn't matter where.
Parameter F might not live long enough. Okay, we have a lifetime issue now.
Cool, and it's fixed. Lifetime. Where is it? Where? The parameter type F must be valid for the
anonymous lifetime here. Why?
Where's the error? The span it's what boxed local returns? No. Yes. Boxed local.
But how's this lifetime parameter even relevant? Because we're not using self anywhere, are we? Well, let's go next.
Roll and take command.
Okay, I need to stop sharing.
Sharing my screen.
So let's figure out some lifetimes.
Okay. And we were still in API crates.
And the test
crates API.
Test utils.
Utils. Okay. And then you guys were still running, was it crates check test?
Yeah, cargo check test is how you get the, yeah.
I could probably try and get it in line with, I have Ale in my editor, but I don't know.
You have what?
Ale, it's basically a way to run, it's a plugin for Vim to run like the validations and functing. So I could probably try that at some point, but
I mean, there's also a the Rust plugin for Vim. I think also has some rules defined for fixed list and stuff like that.
Okay.
But I haven't used that because I've always used VLSP, so I don't have much experience.
Gotcha.
I know that it exists.
So I don't know if it makes it. Yeah.
Did you do mob start? Did I do
Oh
mob
no,
next?
no. Let me. Thank you. Start 7. There we go.
All right. So now we should get a different error if you.
Actually, I don't. Let's see. Yeah, it looks different. Some warnings.
Right. So we might need to fix those errors before it will give us the lifetime error.
Okay. Okay, so
Different file.
so I want to try to think. I'm so bad. I never open from Vim. I never open another file. Just open, and then I could just go.
No, it's E.
E. Edit. And then where are we? We're in API tests. I guess test RS.
No, it's E is relative to project root anyway.
Oh, okay.
So,
that's fair. Yeah. Great.
I'd really recommend there's like some FZF plugins for Vim. You can just like hit a keybind and then like get a window open so you can just fuzzy find files.
Yeah, the telescope thing that Don uses is pretty sweet, and I was using that for a while. I just never actually made it, like, I never committed to it. But I need to do that.
I mean, there's also different plugins that might do a similar thing.
Sure,
But yeah.
sure, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
so
that's the one I used as well. All right.
okay, so should
There's no dispatch.
Okay.
There's no dispatch, so that name probably changed.
Okay.
You might want to open the docs for that.
What is? Oh, that's the client from the test context that we just.
Yeah. So we're trying to do a request, so we need to look at the docs.
Probably
on how
search
to do
for
that.
test client.
And this is for is this for Poem or is this for something else?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, Poem. That's correct.
And just
so we have a test client.
Okay.
And on that thing, there's probably a it doesn't matter, like get or something like that. On the left, you have all the methods.
Nice, yeah.
So this gives us a test request builder.
Okay.
So if we go there, it will probably tell us how to execute that.
So just hit test request?
Yeah, just click there. Right, so now we can, on the left-hand side, we do have all the different methods. And for me, the most sensible seems to be send.
Okay.
Yeah, that does sound reasonable. So that's probably the same thing that was called dispatch for the Rocket test framework.
Okay, so we can just call it with send.
Yeah, sounds like it. So instead of dispatch, we just do send.
Okay. All right.
And there's another dispatch in line 24.
Oh yeah, let's fix that.
You probably replace all the dispatches with send.
So that's it for this. Where were the other ones? If there were any other ones in other files, I guess I could have. Just complaining about status. Let's just rerun it.
Yeah, I mean, we could just run again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in create API test 101.59,
Am I in there?
that is the file you currently have open, isn't it?
Yeah,
Is
why
there not
didn't it?
another?
Yeah, let's see,
Oh,
101.
you're missing the percent at the start.
Yeah. Hold on. Thank you.
If you go up, yeah.
There it is. Okay. Now let's try it.
So now we need to change the way we're asserting stuff on that test response, because the methods we're using don't match what Poem gives us.
Yeah.
So we probably should look at the documentation of that test response.
Okay.
Like usually I'd probably do this through autocomplete, but without autocomplete documentation is probably the best bet.
Test response. And one of them was
there are
JSON.
assertions directly on this?
Yeah, so we can probably use those.
It's like a search.
Yeah, so we can look at the yeah, you can open one of, I mean, okay, we already have some open. So there was one that is like that was like testing the status.
Mm-hmm.
So we can replace that with assert status is okay.
Okay. So let's fix that. Let's just go find where's status.
That one. Oh.
I just wanted to see where it was. Sorry. Okay, so we can just do.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can't do that easily through replace because we need to remove the assert equals at the start.
Oh, I see. Okay. So it's just going to be response. So basically, we're going to move everything inside of the assert status, essentially.
Yeah, we don't need the assert equals, and we also don't need the status okay at the end, because there's a method directly on response that is assert status is okay.
Okay.
Which is like purpose built for this exact assertion.
So it'd be like assert. Is it assert status? Assert status. Okay, and then status.
Yeah, the second function.
There's a
so just
method.
underscore is okay.
There's another method, more specific.
No, go back at the documentation.
Mm-hmm.
So the second method on screen.
Yeah.
The second method on screen. Go back.
Second. Oh, sorry. This status is okay. I see. Okay, and let's return self. Okay. Status is okay.
So we don't need any parameters. Yeah. We can just do status is okay.
Nice.
And this should work.
Okay.
So
I get rid of one of them.
Take the command.
Taking command. Let's see. Hold on. Let me mob next. All right. Don, to take the helm. And let me stop sharing. There we go.
Right. That's
yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So all of these we can replace with response to the assert. Status is okay.
Mm-hmm.
Service
this one
unavailable.
We need to change. This would be assert status. And then probably some status. I don't know where we get that. Code. Status code.
Unavailable.
Yeah.
Not found.
Right, so this would be status not found. or status code not found. Right, so now we probably can do the assert string. I think I've seen something along the lines.
Text?
Text. Yeah, text.
Text.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, was very okay. Songs. Okay.
Your microphone's really low. Like
Oops.
your voice is really low compared to your keyboard.
Compared to, it is. That is true. Like, not sure I can change that. I can get closer. Maybe this. Yeah, this should
Yeah, no, it sounds better.
closer. Into JSON.
Right, there was an assert JSON, so we can maybe use that.
Let's see. Response. Search JSON.
And we can probably directly
This
put in these.
is the JSON, so to speak.
Personally, I'm always not the biggest fan of using the serialized, like serializing in the testing, because I've run into issues where like this wasn't actually what one expected.
Mm.
Because this is like another layer. Like you can do some pretty fancy stuff during serialization, and sometimes that will, lead to the output being not what one expects. But yeah, for now this would be the exact replacement of what we had. So I think we should just keep.
Also,
that.
we're not doing anything fancy during serialization.
Yeah. But like a refactor of that struct would immediately make all the tests work. Like we wouldn't break any test by refactoring, like by renaming a field in that struct, for example, because all the tests would automatically be fixed. This is something that you should obviously notice.
Yeah, you should notice because it's version control.
But yeah. This is a small project, so I don't really see that big of an issue here. I had bigger projects at work where these things did happen.
Mm.
So I'm kind of burned on that.
So, and this probably discussed previously, but why do we move frameworks? Was there like a limitation or something?
Good question. We wanted to add a feature. Feature is what's it called? Open API documentation.
Right.
And we weren't happy with how easily we could generate Open API documentation from Rocket or from our usage of Rocket. Poem has a better story.
Gotcha.
All right. That makes sense. Yeah, I've actually never done Open API. I've looked into it a little bit. Like I've done it at work, but I've never done it in Rust. So I don't actually know how Actix and Axon represent there. I fear they are. I've seen something of Actix, but
there we go. This is,
right.
I think, this is the only news.
The only arrow left.
And here, the parameter type f.
I mean, can we just make f static? I mean, just a try.
If
you just add a static at the end here, does that break our usages? Okay, so db URL doesn't live long enough.
This is not static. Cast as a
What is
reference.
DB URL? So that
It's
is
a
from
string.
our environment. It's a string, right? Because we do a run server run. What are we doing here that makes this right? Because we
Just borrowed as a regular stir. It's not static.
right, but that's not our test. That is app. So could we just have app take a string here?
Or a static stir.
Or, well, yeah, we could do a static stir, but then, it's the same thing. We could also do a static stir here and just leak the string.
Is that a
it's
nice
done
solution,
once.
though?
I'd probably just use the actual string, but we could also do a static stir and leak it. Because it's done once per application start.
Next.
So I'm fine with both. If we are not really moving it around, it probably doesn't make sense.
John, would you mind taking the helm?
Taking command.
We're taking command. God, yeah.
Roland, take
Still
that.
too early.
Right, let's do that. Why is my LSP bundled? Right. What are you complaining about here? This does not live long enough.
I would like to understand the borrow problem.
Right. So in here, what is the issue?
If you could remove the static bound and don't remember what.
I mean, we could try naming that lifetime and see if that does anything to help, but I don't think so. Yeah. Okay.
May not live long enough for what?
I don't actually think. I think there's multiple errors here. This is unrelated to that static. That static just removes one of the errors here.
Mm-hmm.
This is an unrelated error.
That's an easy one. That's a temporary value drop and borrow.
Yeah. So this would be fixed by this just taking a string instead of a stir.
Can you fix the temporary?
Or you mean by right? Or just by doing db context or db URL? Right, you're right. That is the easier fix at that position.
This does not live long enough. Borrowed value does not live. This does not live long enough. What is this? Can we stop calling it this? This test context. Yes, because with is static method.
Test rename context. It to test context.
Test context. And then we're calling test passing a mutable reference to test context.
And it's dropped here while still being borrowed. When?
Yep, because it's an async function, right? If you call a wait there, then you're gone from here.
Right. You're right. Yeah. So how did that work before?
I think it might not have been async.
Oh.
I think time's not started.
Yes. So, yeah, I'm right. This wasn't async. So, I mean, is there any reason test doesn't get ownership of the test context? Like, we are only ever
No.
going to call one test.
It can consume.
This also makes the signature a bunch easier.
But there's test context
Well, no.
still. Okay.
Yeah, there's still test context of a lifetime, yeah. I wonder if that works. Right, so other errors. DB URL doesn't live long enough in main.
Try removing the static bound. No, doesn't maybe.
That is unrelated. That is this static bound has nothing to do with this.
It doesn't.
We're in main. This is the test.
Mm-hmm.
We're in main.
Okay. So the DB URL does not live long enough. Why? How long should it live? This is async fn. It takes a stir and returns the result. Do we use in the return? Do we use that reference?
We put it it doesn't matter. We can't look at this. Right. So, you mean can we add a lifetime here? I mean, we could try.
I don't know if I would bother. We just use an owned value.
Yeah. So
it's not worth the code complexity to borrow here.
We could just move it in there.
It's just a string.
Yeah.
Here's a string. Problem solved. What's
what borrowed value does it return?
The endpoint borrowed from perhaps our app should not. It's the connection.
I think now it's actually fine to take a stir here.
But
no, it's not. Well, yeah, it might be.
Maybe the connection must outlive the app.
No, we're fine here. We're fine here. The issue was because this is a reference and box endpoint has a lifetime. The standard Rust behavior is take the referenced value, like apply the same lifetime to everything. The Rust lifetime check doesn't look at the body of a function when it creates the lifetime signature. The lifetime signature is only based on the function signature.
Yeah.
So that should have been an indication that something strange is going on, and I just didn't catch it. Right. Let's fix more errors, I guess.
Rotate.
Oh, or that.
Sounds good.
They do. Have to do another next. All right.
Roll and take command.
So Rob, take the helm.
Taking the helm.
So now if we do a cargo check, we should get some new errors that we can tackle.
You want tests or just cargo check
Yeah,
now?
cargo check tests.
Okay.
Always tests.
Okay. Didn't we just fix
That's
that
an
or
easy
no?
one. Just literally telling you what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go to that file. I think I did something strange there.
Okay.
I might have like undid something I did.
Okay. Great. What was it? Damn it, hold on. API source lib 11.
So yeah, so just remove the stir. We don't need that anymore. That
Okay.
was I fixed that, hit undo two more many times. And, yeah. That's
There we
also
go.
why I immediately knew where
Yeah.
that happened. Right, so now we need to add some move keywords. Now it's telling us exactly what to do.
Okay.
So that's nice. So we can just exactly do what it tells us to do.
Yeah. Okay. So that'll actually, let's start there. I'll start here. API tests. Okay. E creates API tests RS and let's go 49.
Right. So we just need a move here.
Let's make sure I got this async move. Okay.
So move tells Rust to just pull in all the values and move them with the async block instead
Okay.
of referencing them.
Okay. And so just keep adding, just keep going through all these.
Yeah,
72.
probably we need it for more or less all of them.
Yeah. Let's see, where's async? So you think all these?
I guess I'd expect. Yeah, I'd expect so. We really need async closures because async closures would fix these.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're using the argument to the function. So if we could do async closures, this would be.
Aren't those coming soon?
I have no idea what the timeline is on those.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
All right, so we've got some new errors.
So let's
So
not worry
let's
about that.
go to those.
Let's see, Rocket. Okay, so Rocket's not here anymore. So SD notify.
Right, I wanted to fix those, but then we had to do kind of mob next. So yeah.
SD notify 7. Yeah. Okay, so we just want to call it futures now, or?
Yeah, just remove Rocket at the start.
Okay. Too much.
Yeah.
And then what was the other called SD? Oh, it's just the same. Okay.
Yeah, and now I think there's just some warnings we need to work on.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah. Choose whatever order you like to open the file.
I'll start here. I'll start at the top, I guess. Test RS. Am I already in test RS? No, I was just there. Test RS. Let's see, 39.
Right, so apparently assert text returns a future, and Rust is complaining that we don't await that future, so nothing's going to happen. So what we need to do is just hit add await at the end.
Okay. Wait.
Yeah. That should be it.
Okay. And then
probably need to do that on all the assert text and all the assert JSON.
Okay. So text. Nothing here. Then let's the JSON. Assert JSON. Oh. Wait. Wait. Okay.
All right. Let's see some warnings.
Okay, so last thing here, DB. Again.
So I have an idea of what your issue on that test context is. Is that test
API tests. Oh wait, what the hell? Test util. Okay. That's
so
weird.
is this module only used in tests? Does it have a CFG test? Oh, it's used in integration. Is it used in integration? No, it's
Yes.
used in unit tests. Integration tests?
Integration.
Can we do a CFG test on this, or is that?
Well, it's unrelated. Uncomment lines 7 and 10.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. That would be a thing. Can we like conditionally compile this, because this is now included with the normal build of that crate.
And remove the comments at the end of those lines.
Yeah.
Because apparently it's not okay.
Shit. Yeah. Hey, look at that.
Now we could run the tests and see if them compiling is enough, but it's Rust, so if it compiles, it should work. So just do cover test.
Okay.
And maybe also do a mob next, because I think it's...
Time is up. Yeah. All right. Nexted. Stop in the screen share.
Sharing
Take the
screen.
helm. Take command.
All right. Don, would you mind sharing your screen? Take the helm.
Testing.
Okay. That's kind of trippy. I left it compiling, and it looked like when you screen shared, it was like exactly where I was.
I'll be right back.
We have in the notifies test,
Mm-hmm.
panicking unwrap. Let's see, notify 22, 29. Would block message resource temporarily unavailable. Let's see. Wait. Why do I get a warning at all? Because we didn't use Clippy. Okay, we'll get back to that. Notify here. This test, line 22. Stock receive. Stock receive.
Mm-hmm.
Resource temporarily unavailable. Notify sockets. What we're doing here is, so this is, do you know system D has a it gives you a mechanism. It's services D. See this? Our service in the NixOS module for this program for the API, PairTracker API. In the service config, we do type notify, and that instructs systemd to make available a environment variable, which is a path to the program, which is a path to a socket through which the program is supposed to notify systemd when it's up and running.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
It's kind of like, hey, I'm healthy.
I'm ready
Type of
to
ready to do
to
something.
receive requests or whatever it is the service
Mhm.
is actually ready, right? Because otherwise, how would systemd know, like, service dependencies and unit dependencies and so on?
Sure.
It's not enough that you started a program. You should know that it's...
But this is a full type. It's not like like a setting on a service, like it's a regular service and can do notify. It's it's a notify service. That's interesting.
Yeah. Seems weird. But yeah, this is...
I guess it doesn't make sense for a one-shot service to do that anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of a modifier on the regular service, but it's the only modifier, so there's just flattened. So what we're doing is we are doing that, and this is the test for that. So the test, what it does is makes a temp dir and creates a path in that temp dir that will be the socket path. And then it sets the environment variables notify socket. And this is what systemd sets.
Mm-hmm.
And then we create such a socket. Okay. This is from stdOS, Unix, net, Unix. So I don't know, like that's the formal name for these sockets, Unix datagram. And then sock set read timeout 1 second. And then this is the message that we're expecting from the program, ready equals 1.
Right.
And a line feed. And then we run our server, our app. Let mute buff. So when is this? This is supposed to occur like after the program is running, right?
Yeah.
Because otherwise, how would you test it? So we make an empty buffer with the length of the expected length of that, and then we attempt to receive sock receive. So that would block on receiving, passing on the ref mute buff, unwrap.
For up to 1 second, probably.
And this panics. That's how our test failed.
So.
And it says would block resource temporarily unavailable.
Resource temporarily unavailable. I mean, could we give it a longer timeout and just try if that has any influence?
Not long.
Like if we give it like 10 seconds or something like that. Just as a... like, we don't want that to be startup time, the whole thing, but like just to make sure that that is not the reason.
Here it is. It's counting down. Boom.
And failing.
I think the difference is that it already happened. Could that be the difference?
Well, we did resource temporarily unavailable. Like, what does that mean?
We did change the implementation.
What happens? Right. What happens if we move the receive before the test context?
Rotated.
All right. Yeah, let's rotate and Don take command.
The captain is supposed to pass command to me. Sorry. You are the captain. You are, sorry.
What's that supposed to mean? Someone questioning our
Yeah,
leadership.
questioning my
Roland, take
authority.
down.
So, all right, I'm already in the right file.
You want to see the change that was made to the implementation, because the migration from Rocket to Poem did mean that we had to change where the timing, the chronology of notification.
I mean, what I was wondering is, could we move these? No, we can't block before that. That is.
Look, the test worked.
Yeah.
So it's the implementation that doesn't work.
Yeah.
And the implementation did change. So I suggest we take a look at that change. Try to see what the...
So where is that?
Search for notify. Maybe it's in main. Yeah. I see it in main. So here's what's going on here. We get the config. We make an acceptor on 921, which is a TCP listener from Poem. Bind into acceptor await. And that. If that looks a bit odd, it's because the only reason we're doing this is because we want to do this notification. Otherwise, starting up a Poem server is done with a different method. See how we're doing 928 server new with acceptor?
Right.
That's because we want to start listening and then notify and then start the server.
Right.
Kind of start the server.
I wonder if there would be a way to
That's what we tried. Because maybe we could just do the notify just after the server. But I think
no, we can't do it after we await. We need to somehow tell the server to give us a closure that is ran after it
why do you
started
think
up.
why do you think we can't?
Well, because back here the program is exited. This future
Just before
is the if this had but
await
this
runs
is a
forever.
future. So we can only hear.
Await await runs forever.
If we had a something
So that's
here,
what we couldn't find. We couldn't find a hook, right?
Right.
After you're ready. So this is the only way. We spent some time. This is the only way
right.
we found to do this, and apparently it doesn't really do this. I don't know what is even the meaning of that error. Maybe we could chat GPT. What is resource temporarily unavailable for socket? Trying to read from a socket.
I need to cover 10. Testing in Rust is a really strange performance calculation. With other stuff, for example, with Java services, running tests, the long time is running the tests, not compiling to run the tests. In Rust, tests are usually very fast. Well, unless you have a timeout of 10 seconds here. Let's change that back. Resource temporarily unavailable. OS code 11. I mean, I could ask ChatGPT. What does the cell humans or sockets?
Typically indicates that a non-blocking operation. Ooh, wait, what? How non-blocking? Do not be completed immediately because the resource such as the socket is not currently available for the requested operation. This first one, right? If the socket is set to non-blocking mode, an operation like accept, connect, send, or receive, which we're doing, cannot be completed right away. The system will return this error instead of blocking the operation. This is why is it non-blocking mode? I mean, we meant it to be blocking. Like, who said this is non-blocking?
I don't know.
This is from stud. There is no.
I mean, we can do that, but I guess like that is nothing that
Read
changed. So
yeah, read the method. Well, by default, it should be blocking, right?
yeah, I'd expect so. So
also, it didn't change there.
Yeah, it did not change anything. What happens if we like manually be like sock.send?
What?
Like apparently like what would happen is it, I don't know, just like just double checking that the socket works. I don't know, it should. I don't see why it wouldn't work. All right, I can't do socket send because the socket is not connect. I have no idea what that's supposed to mean.
Rotate?
Why wouldn't I be able to send something into the socket? Oh, I can only send something if someone else is receiving?
There's no way that the socket was dropped at this point.
No, because, and especially because receive is a different error. I could even like do it up here and like it probably would be the same error, right?
Mm-hmm. Rotate?
Yeah. I mean, this is able to, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Bit stumped on that one. Take the helm.
Taking the helm. Make sure it's same.
Because apparently we're like successfully, like we don't fail in main. I need to take a call real quick.
All right.
Shah, can you take command?
Sure. Nice. How can we get more visibility into this error and into the state of that socket?
The socket.
Is there any method that we could somehow analyze the socket? Can you look for Unix datagram in the docs?
Yep. Oh. Okay. So just Rust.
No.
Oh no.
You need to go to the stud. Rust stud.
Gotcha.
Search in the same way.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, there are quite a few methods here.
Yeah. Peak. Let's see. So it receives data on the socket from the remote address to which it is connected without receiving that data from the queue. On success returns the number of bytes peaked.
Shouldn't be a difference between peek and receive in our case.
Yeah.
What is set write timeout?
So set write timeout sets the write timeout for the socket. If the provided value is none, then send and send to calls will block indefinitely. An error is returned if the zero duration is past this method. Set write timeout. Are you thinking like what's the default write timeout anyway? When we create it?
I mean, we're just trying to write like 8 bytes.
So which timeout do you set? You set read timeout.
Yes.
So I mean, it couldn't hurt to set the right timeout, right? I mean,
Sure. It's from the point of the write system call. That's when it's not like from the creation of the socket.
oh, I see. Okay. So
My point is, it shouldn't matter.
yeah.
Like
Okay.
these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bytes.
Yeah. Let's just get rid of that then.
What other methods does it?
Yep. Going back. It's unbound.
What is take error?
Look at take error. Let's see. returns the value of SO underscore error option. It's a socket error option? Was unbound. So unbound takes a unit
This means that at any time the socket could have an error. You could try to take it. I wonder. Let's try to take it right after we bind, or right before we try to read. Maybe there's already an error.
So you want to do it right before this?
Yes.
Okay. Still sock, yeah, take error. Think that should be okay?
Maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not sure we'll see the output of print line.
Oh, in the test.
But we can try.
Notifies 26.
Maybe this has more to do with that log.
Which log?
If you have logging from Postgres,
I'm not seeing it. Is it somewhere else? I mean, built into the service itself?
what I mean to say is maybe the cause of this has something to do with those logs. Because I see a fatal. Like, why do we see a fatal terminating connection due to unexpected postmaster access? I think this fatal might be totally expected. Yeah, I think it might be.
So it's really not. So basically, the thought being like this is actually like it's not healthy due to this, and that's why the test is failing. But it's actually database just not coming up.
Unlikely. I think this log is from like after. I think this log is from after this actually happened.
Okay.
If you can, I think that the way that we ran the tests, we wouldn't see that print line. There's an additional flag that we need to pass test runner. But now it's commented out.
Oh, okay. So it's like, is it in cargo that you configure that, or like?
No, it's a flag. It's a command line flag. But isn't it commented out now? Isn't the print line commented out?
Oh, now, yeah, I just commented it out. Let me just make sure I saved it. Oh, I definitely don't think I saved that. So
I think we don't want to comment it out. I think I want to.
Oh, you want to see it?
See whether it would print.
Okay.
I think, and the flag.
Oh.
would be hyphen hyphen, and then hyphen hyphen. The first hyphen hyphen is the separator to pass, and then the flag is no capture with as one word.
That?
Yes.
Okay. Still there. But it is after.
What? See a difference. I don't think we took an error. You could, instead of iflet, you can do unwrap.
Okay. So just get rid of. Is it like this? Like.
No, it would be something like air equals sock, take air, unwrap. There will not be a block.
Oh, I see. Okay. So.
Let air equals.
Air like this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Equals sock, take air, unwrap.
And then no, you don't want any print line. Or.
And then the print line, but
Oh,
no
then
block.
the print line. Okay.
Not in a block, because now it's not. The block was from the iflet.
Okay. So then where does this go after?
Just the next.
Oh,
line.
just the next line. Oh, I see. Okay. That.
Right.
Okay.
So now this should panic, because I think we don't succeed to take an error. Whoop. Wait. What line? 25. Oh, so we did take an error. Didn't we? We did take an error.
So got error none, but there is.
There
Well,
it
no.
is. Yeah. None. Wait a minute.
No, it's just none because there is no
It's
error.
none.
Because we're just printing whatever we get anyway.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. I misread the signature. It's a result of an option. It returns a result of an option. So you successfully obtained not an error.
Yes.
Okay, that's nice. So we don't even know what the error is. We don't even know what resource temporarily unavailable is. Resource temporarily unavailable. Trying to sock receive. What? Why would that happen? I mean, we could take a look at the diff.
Mm-hmm.
Let's remove that line 23, 34.
Okay. Do you want to comment it out or just get rid of it?
Remove it because there is no error.
Yeah, nothing there.
No.
Let's
take a look at the diff. But now we can rotate with Roland's back.
Yeah. All right. Mob nexting. And stop in the screen share.
Starting. Cargo text. Diff. Home. Cargo log has changes. Do we want to see a specific file?
I mean, you could look at main and that test. Like those two should be most relevant.
Rates API main and source main.
Source main.
Rates API test tests notify. One thing is that I don't know what Rocket does, but it had its own macro for main,
Mm.
and we're now doing a Tokyo main.
Right. So and we have the SD notify in here. Before that, it probably was somewhere else, right?
It was in the app. This thing.
I mean, honestly, we could still do it in the app. Is there a reason we moved it into main and not doing it in app?
Here's API main. App. Because app is supposed to be pure-ish. It's just returning.
Right, so moving it out of here is more or less unrelated to.
Well, kind of, because the way that it was, like in Rocket, it's in the app, but it's like it's a hook. So the calling app still doesn't.
Oh, right, it wasn't in calling app.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel like we should maybe also do it after app. Like we're connecting to the database here. Shouldn't we do that after we connected to the database?
Yeah, ideally, but what we thought is, okay, if we are now we were binding.
Yeah, but couldn't you just say let app equals app before you do the SD notify?
Oh. Yeah, I mean, sure. Oh.
Like, that's unrelated to this bug, so probably won't help us. But in general, that makes more sense to me, because we're connecting to the database in app. We could argue whether that is the right thing to do, but that's how we implemented this.
Let's confirm that it does not solve the problem.
It does
not solve the problem.
But so which file was the hook in before? Can we have a look at that diff? You could also do the global diff and just look for SD notify.
I'm pretty sure it's Grace API source, which is and
so we just look for notify now. Should
here pub fn app.
Right, so this is more or less the same thing, just that it's a different, has a different.
It's this
call
chaining. Yeah, it is this call is the same.
Yeah.
It's this.
I mean, it does have an error message, but that shouldn't make a difference. Like, yeah. So it is more or less the same.
I mean, it must be a timing problem, right? Or maybe we're not supposed to call synchronous code within async. Like.
Yeah, but
it's up to us, right? Like, not
but like
a hard rule.
It
right?
only matters if you shouldn't block in async, but this isn't really quote unquote blocking. This is like fast. Like yeah, everything you block on async isn't probably asynced, but that's just a performance issue. Synchronized code in async is just a performance issue.
Right.
It's not a stuff is doing the
Not
wrong
a
thing
soundness
issue.
issue.
Yeah. But I'd feel great if we could, if we were able to like send to that socket in our test to just like why can we copy this line in our test and see that work? Because that feels strange to me. Like why like that should like why couldn't we send to that socket right now?
Yeah,
this
that should do the trick.
Should be correct. Yeah.
That works.
Right, that works. So that's at least something.
It's a timing issue. Next thing.
Here it is, because SD-Notify unsets that environment. Right? Didn't it say something like that?
Sorry, what? It does?
I'm gonna start sharing. Taking the head.
On
Or
take command.
Oh, that was it.
so if you look at like we're unsetting
If the
the end.
unset and it is true for some reason.
So why?
That's unnecessary. That's just a mechanism to prevent child processes from also notifying. It's like,
yeah, but like this should, like from my understanding, this should mean that only one of these two should be able to successfully send to that thing.
how is? Oh, maybe. Does it matter though?
Well, it kind of shows that this didn't happen yet.
Didn't happen.
Right?
Didn't happen.
No, but we are able to extract what I'd like to do is to like get the environment manually here and just have it just printed. It doesn't make sense. Why wouldn't that work?
Print it.
Or was it? Notify socket.
Do we need no capture for this?
Yeah, maybe. But that's only for std out, so this should debug should be std error and should be showing in here. Update. Huh? Am I blind? Is it not showing up in here? You know what? Are we calling main?
Are we calling main? We're not calling main. We're just running the app.
Yeah. So why would that work?
It wouldn't. We're never calling main in these tests. That would work for actual usage, but in these tests it won't. We can't test it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but isn't that the problem?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the whole problem.
That's the
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
Well done.
Well, that took us longer than it should have. Right.
Good.
So
Okay.
now that we found the error, how do we want to fix it?
Oof. The
Is there no should we research if there's you already did.
we need. Well, it's it's just a matter of making another function. Or
it is no, but if poem doesn't have
Mm,
any
doesn't
hooks.
have anything like that.
That
It's
is
quite simple.
annoying.
But we don't need it to have that.
No, we don't need it, but it would make this easier.
The problem is that when this basically should be a test that actually calls the executable. That's what I'm thinking. It should be a different kind of test. I don't think what we're doing is wrong, right? Like in the implementation. I just because if all you want to test is like your endpoints, then our existing
it
tests
doesn't
are
make
good.
sense that this would move into an actual real integration test. Not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like an application test. I don't know what we want to call it.
Yeah, something other than test context but it's but that other thing would take a while to make because.
Well, we do have something for this, don't we? We do have Nix tests.
Right. We do. Yeah.
I don't like writing Nix, but
Yeah, writing a VM test for this would
Yeah,
work.
maybe it's already tested in that regard. Like if we just comment out the notify, wouldn't because wouldn't all the NixOS tests kind of fail because
I'm sure I try that.
but we might want to try first that they succeed before we see that they fail.
Right.
Nixflake check will do the trick.
Do I need to do we or these don't run on Nixflake check?
Yeah, just Nixflake check. I'm guessing other things would fail.
Yeah. I mean, we can fix those first, but we should keep this in mind. But this test is now something we need to take care of somewhere else.
This is formatting.
Right.
What did I just see? Did you kill it?
No, it's Nix format, and I pressed up during it. So
How is that up? It's up with color.
it's up with color.
I need to finish.
Yeah, I should also.
You're at time,
get done soon.
Good session. We've made good progress. Really, really nice progress. I thank you for joining us for this session, Rob and Roland.
Thanks for having me, Don.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.